look who's here! Look who joined us. Welcome to the stand, Joe.
I'm back. Back by popular demand.
Ah,
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome, sir. It's my Mike Wazowski reference.
With one eye. Now, Joe is here for a very specific reason. There's something that we did want to share with you, something that will be changing the scenery in just a little bit, and that is...
Ashley's big decision. This was all Ashley's decision, so I'm just here as support.
I don't remember it going that way. I remember just a couple days ago.
Tuesday,
Joe coming up to me and going, Ashley, I have an idea, and he had a little smirk on his face, and I don't know about this.
Joe gets a lot of ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them don't come to fruition.
But this one actually is. He can convince me on this one.
Yes. So, one thought for me is that I've been working from home during, the past, let's say 6 months. And I know that I will be working from home pretty much through the end of the year. After that, may have to go back into the office. So my idea was to work from home in somebody else's home. Just get a whole new change of scenery in a different place, a warmer place. So my thought was, let's go to Texas.
Yes.
And then we started looking at places in Texas, and they wanted us to make it rain.
Right.
It was very, very expensive.
Yeah. I don't know why. We've always had that dream of going to Texas. So again, we were like, when else are we going to do this? So we looked into that. Didn't work out. Then you kind of looked at the coast.
Looks at a lot of the oceans in the southeast part of the United States, but again, that was out of our price range. So we settled on good old reliable Orlando, Florida.
Yep.
So we will be spending the next 6 weeks in Kissimmee, renting a house out there with a pool, hot tub, all that kind of stuff. So,
3-bedroom.
Yep, it'll be very nice. One of the most stressful things about it all is that we leave next week.
Mm-hmm.
We've already booked it pretty quickly. So we're going next week. It's a 20-hour drive. We're trying to fit as much as we can in our SUV, and that's all we're bringing with us.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things we got to do is try to figure out what we can get down there versus what we can bring down, because obviously we have 2 kids. We can't fit a double stroller, so we got to find a double stroller down there. We got to need a crib for Dennis, maybe a high chair. So these are all things we got to look into between now and then, but it's exciting.
Yeah, we are excited.
Stressed.
Yes, because it is quick, but part of that was because, the one thing I've learned this year is that sometimes you can't wait, and you never know what tomorrow will bring. Of course, did any of us expect any of this back in February or March? So, as much as I may have liked it to be during a little bit more into the winter, just because fall can be nice up here, I also realized that, like Joe said, there's word that he may have to go back, and so let's just take advantage of this when we can, and that we still feel safe in doing it.
I know the big question is going to be, are we going to Disney?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And the answer for that is we don't know. We don't know. We are going to see how we feel when we get down there, but the purpose of this specific house, and the houses we looked at, where they were going to be somewhere we could stay the entire 6 weeks, and not have to leave the house if we didn't want to.
But once we kind of started to narrow it down to this area, we did see a lot of the benefits. We've of course been there before. We've rented a house in this area. We have seen that Disney is taking all this very seriously, and it seems like a very safe place to go if we feel like we do want to go outside of the house. Whereas if we did go to Texas or somewhere else, we don't really know what the situation is there, and we also don't know any of the places nearby if we were to want to venture out.
But we wanted to make sure it was a walking community, so that we could walk around the neighborhood if we wanted to, and also that they had grocery delivery, anything, so that we didn't have to leave the house.
Because we don't know, again, we also don't know what's going to happen when we get down there, and we wanted to make sure.
The world could be very different in 3 weeks.
Exactly.
It could be very different in 1 week, it could be very different in 5 weeks. We didn't want to be somewhere where we just,
couldn't quarantine if we had to.
And also, when we go to Disney, at least when it was you and I, our place where we rented, whether it be a hotel or a house, for the most part has been a place we sleep and don't stay.
Right.
Because we go to the parks.
Right.
But this time, we were very focused on the house itself, because that was going to be the focus of the trip.
And going to Disney possibly here and there is a bonus if it can happen.
And of course, I will be working while we're down there, so I have to fit in all my equipment. I use 3 monitors, laptops, you know, all that type of stuff. I got to fit that in the SUV, so that'll take some time or space. But then also, we wanted a place where, because I'll be working Monday through Friday, that there's a place for Ashley and the kids to enjoy Monday through Friday. I mean, they may venture out if they feel comfortable,
Right.
but we'll see. We want to be able to stay inside if we wanted to.
And you may be wondering, what does that mean for Ashley's lemonade stand?
I was just gonna ask that.
I knew you were concerned. And it's still going to be going as usual. Of course, as I said, the scenery may be changing. Not for probably the next week or so. I still have some videos already ready to go, so that'll help us as we settle into Florida, kind of get us going for that part. But after that, you know, just kind of talking about our life then and putting in what I can and what videos I can in that new space.
I'm going to challenge you.
Oh gosh.
For the drive down, I want you to try to catch up on comments and
Yes.
stuff, because we're going to be stuck in a car for 20 hours. I want you to spend some you time on that.
I know, because that has been the biggest struggle with this channel, because that part is so incredibly important to me. And the editing, I've recently done a few videos that have been like really intense compilations that have required a lot of time in editing. So that has taken up more of my time and not so much the comments. So I agree, I'm really looking forward to that too. And yeah, we'll see how much we document. As I said, I'll be doing videos, but I don't know if those will just be ones that are the same as here, or if it will be about like what life is like down there. I don't know.
What about if it is about what life is like in a rental house? You could talk, you know, just spitballing ideas.
Right.
You know, we're going to be in an area where we don't have all of our comforts of home. Yeah, it'll be very different. We've definitely had to make a lot of decisions on what to bring and what not to bring.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we'll have to continue those as we try to fill up the vehicle.
As we said, it is a 20-hour drive, and we do...
Non-stop.
Yes, and we do have 2 young boys, so we will be making a stop on the way. And of course, we will be adding on time because of little stops we'll have to take here and there for them. But we haven't already said it, this will be the most stressful part, the drive.
Yep.
But we are willing to just push through, and we hope that the boys will be okay too. We'll do the best to make it as comfortable as possible for them. And before we know it, we will be in Florida and hopefully enjoying our time together there.
If it was 80 degrees on Tuesday, I don't know if we would have done this.
I know, huh?
It was like 32 degrees, 0 Celsius, and it was like, I don't want to be here for 6 months in the freezing cold if we can't do anything.
And if our parents are watching this, we love you. You are what made this decision the hardest, because we do not want to be away from you for 6 weeks. We will be thinking of you the whole time we're down there, as will Dennis and Lee.
We'll have to FaceTime and
yes.
talk about their days. Well, Dennis won't talk. He'll just go,
Hi. Hi. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. It's really sad, I think, sometimes though, when he says bye-bye, because he's like, I don't want to be around you.
I know,
I remember
like,
Lee
what
used
are
to
you
do
trying to
that.
tell me? Of course, there's a lot more to it, but we just wanted to give you a little bit of an insight to what's going on in our lives and what it will look like in the next 6 weeks. And I'll look forward to seeing you next Tuesday. Do you have any questions?
Me?
Yeah.
What is on your bucket list?
Yes.
Because ours has always been on a road trip. It's been on our bucket list. And this isn't quite a road trip because we're not going to get to stop and enjoy the places. But what's on your bucket list?
All right, we gotta keep packing.
Time to pack.